Hello, America. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my review of Love After Lockup season episode, whatever. Y'all playing with me because this episode was just a little bit good enough for me to want to continue to watch this shit. Because I started off not wanting to watch it. Then y'all did what y'all did. And I was like, okay, let me try it out. To let you all know, a new episode of my podcast is out. You can check it out right here. I do have music out. You can also check that out right here. And I will be posting a video a day all the way up until March 1st. So, you can join me along on that journey. You can also check the description box below for my Patreon information, my Twitter, Instagram, website, mailing list, all of that. You can check that all in the description box below. So, let's do this. We see Lizzie. I am so okay. Lizzie said it's been stressful to hang out with her daughter and Scott. Okay. Yeah, it's been stressful to hang out with Scott. But has it been stressful to hang out with your daughter, though? You haven't seen her in like 50 years. It's stressful to hang out with her? Anyway, so she goes to hang out with Mel. Mel is a prison friend. Mel was released from jail one week before Lizzie was released. They must have went to the same place that Scott went to get that expensive ass bra and panties for Tracy, because they walked into that store and walked out spending $2,000. You know how much $2,000 would get you at the Goodwill, Lizzie? $2,000 is a car. One to need work, but it's still a car. $2,000, bro. But they're still living at a hotel. Let me not. Mel and Lizzie start to talk about the relationship. Mel obviously thinks that Lizzie is using Scott for a trick. Lizzie says, no, I'm not using him for a trick. It's like, he's my boyfriend. I love him. And what's a better relationship than a man that doesn't want sex and just wants to hold my hand and have a peck on the cheek? Girl, you are out of your mind if you think that Scott wants to hold your hand and just peck you on the cheek. Now, see, something has got to give. Something is going on. Mel believes that Lizzie is using him, that Lizzie is addicted to not the lavish lifestyle, but addicted to the lavish lifestyle. And Lizzie says that, I want to change my life, but I do like getting spoiled. Girl, you better spoil yourself. You better spoil yourself with an education. You better spoil yourself with a job. Oh, Mel thinks that Lizzie is not in love with Scott and is just using him. Scott is calling his best friend to let his best friend know that he's broke and he doesn't know how to tell Lizzie that he's broke. His best friend says, well, there's nothing else that you can do but tell her that you ain't got no damn money, okay? Because you don't. You have no money. Scott is like, I don't know how she'll feel. I don't know how she'll act. His best friend is like, I don't know, but when you tell her, you better duck. He says that he doesn't know if Lizzie's going to be the same old, okay? He's nervous, he's scared, he loves her. She's saying he not a trick, but we all believe and know that he is a trick. I almost forgot the best part of the story. So Lizzie comes home. I was really confused because I thought that the lady was driving her car, but apparently the lady was driving her own car because the car took off. I'm very confused. I feel like WeTV is doing a little bit of sprinkling on the storyline. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, Jasmine comes up and Jasmine is like, hey, how are you? She meets Mel. Mel leaves, blah, blah, blah. Lizzie is like, yeah, I spent like $2,000 on the clothes. Jasmine was like, huh? You spent what? I spent like $2,000 on the clothes. You don't have $2,000 though. Yeah, Scott gave it to me. Girl, what? When I tell you, Jasmine said, I'm sick of this. Jasmine said, I'm done. Okay. I think at that moment, Jasmine may realize that her mother is just a manipulator and that Scott is not bad for her, but she's bad for Scott. I don't know. But all I'm saying is Jasmine was like, we not gonna deal with this. I'm gonna walk away. And that's exactly what she said. She said, you're a greedy bitch, and she walked her ass right on the way. Jasmine said, you gonna pay him back? And Lizzie said, what? No, I ain't gonna pay him back. And that's when I knew Lizzie is out of her mind. Okay? She's really out of her mind to think that, girl, and you not doing nothing. You not giving them nothing. You not a peck on the cheek. You ain't even kissing this man in the mouth. As we all know, Tracy is back in jail. Clint and his cousin, I thought that was his son. Clint and his cousin are going to see her. What's his name? Clint says on the way there that the best case scenario is 10 months. The worst case scenario is 20 years. So while he's driving there, he gets a call from the lawyer that he's paying for her to that tells him that no, you're not going to be able to see her. So the cousin says, talking to the camera, like, I mean, all of this could be cut off if you just stop fucking with her. That's all I told him. Like, leave her and you will be good. You will be good, G. But Clint would never leave his goddess. Okay, so I guess they've already arrived to the jail, so he is across the 6-lane highway from the jail yelling, Tracy, I love you. And he has on a really big shirt and really big pants. I did not want to say that Clint was doing crack. I probably have said it in one of my videos. But I really feel as though Clint is doing crack because was his clothes always this big? Is Clint losing weight at a rapid speed? And what makes you lose weight? Crack. We see Marcelino and Brittany. They are playing with her son, Giovanni. That's not her son's name. I don't know her son's name, so I'm not even going to do that. Brittany still hasn't told Marcelino that she is pregnant. She has decided to cut off all ties with that girl, Alexis. What's that girl name? Brittany? No, Brittany is the girl we talking about. What's the girl? Alex? I think her name is Alex. I don't know. I don't know what these people's names are. They finally have their own place, but when they put her son in that room to go to sleep, I thought her son was in a jail cell because those brick walls weren't doing it for me. Okay. They sit down on the couch. Marcelino was running after Giovanni. That's not his name. But was running after Brittany's son like an old man. And I said, his knees already look bad now. Is he really able to have a child? Is he able to, if he doing this with the 3-year-old, now you got 2 kids under 5. I'm not sure if Marcelino's able to handle that. He is 40 years old and he looks very skinny. That's all I have to say. Anyway, they're sitting on the couch. I'm sorry, I had to backtrack a little bit. They're sitting on the couch. She's like, hey, I have to tell you something. He's like, what? She's like, I'm pregnant. He's like, you pregnant? That sounds like him. Oh my God. And she was like, yeah, I'm pregnant. But then she said some stuff that made me side eye the situation. She said, I took a test this morning. Now, unless she took a test last time and then took last episode and then took a test this episode, something in the milk is not clean, as my great grandmother would say. Because why did all of that stuff happen that same day? No. So you said you took a test this morning. I'm getting a little bit confused. The storylines are getting a little bit fundled and jumbled. It's only 2 episodes remaining, so I guess they like just get the crap out. Like just get it out. They can't ask questions if the season is over. So I guess that's what they're doing. Marcelino is happy. Brittany is happy. They're in love. They love each other. So I am 100% guessing that Tony and Angela won't be on this season of Love After Lockup. Huh? I guess so. Why would you show now what they not gonna do? What they're not going to do. They're not going to wait until the last 2 episodes and show me Angela waiting outside, calling on the phone, speaking to Tony. That's what they're not going to do. And if they're gonna do that, then by golly, I'm just gonna wait till next season to see what's going on. Okay. Moving on. Caitlin and Matt. Caitlin and Matt are over Matt's mother's house. I thought that they got their own place, but maybe they were just looking into getting their own place. I don't know. She doesn't know much about her mother's funeral. The mother says that Kate and Matt have this connection that if they didn't have each other, they would be struggling, and that sounds like a codependent relationship. He says that their relationship has more stress since the passing of her mother. She wants him to put something in the trunk. He didn't do it when she wanted to, so she's like a little bit angry. Matt is like, why are you so damn angry? I mean, her mother's dead. Like, look at your alive ass mama in the kitchen and shut the hell up. I mean, honestly, that's how I feel about the situation. But then again, I'm coming from a different place. So, it's like, shut up, Matt. Just do what she wants. At this moment, this relationship has nothing to do with you. I get that you and I have a relationship, but I'm not worried about that at all. Okay? I'm worried about the relationship that I lost. And I don't need to hear you. Okay? Because Kaylin is either going to, like I said, be like, you know what, I love him, this is going to make us stronger, or she's going to look at everything that that man hasn't done and said, you know what, now my mother's dead, so now it's like I have you and you aren't doing anything for me, so now I have nobody, and I could have had my mother, but I chose you, and now you're a piece of shit. So I just really think that Matt should just be quiet. But they go to the funeral home to pick up her mother's ashes. I guess they're going to spread them. Um, then it becomes a counseling session. And this is when I was very confused. Although, when I went through my situation, I wasn't arguing with people in public, but it was just so weird to me that the funeral director was an acting counselor as well. And I just was like, is this a scene? Because if this is a scene, then I this is bull crap. But if this is not a scene, then like I think that y'all need some therapy. I mean, obviously, Caitlin's gonna need some therapy, and maybe he needs some support therapy. But this is not the time nor the place to be doing this. So they go through this whole scene. If you see me moving around, my back is hurting. I'm trying to help her. She won't let me help her. And Caitlin is like, you're not really trying to help me because you haven't done anything that I've asked. And then Matt gets up and walks away. Then Caitlin gets up and walks away. And then they both walk away. And Matt is like, if she doesn't start treating me nice, I'm going to leave. And I honestly don't think that that would affect Caitlin at this moment. It may add to her grief, but she won't process it as grief. She'll process it as anger, and she may never speak to your ass again. So if her mother would, if they had like a normal relationship, you might have already been kicked out. I mean, well, you can't get kicked out of your mama's house, but she may have already left. So yeah. Last but not least, we see Megan, Michael, and Sarah. They showed a little scene that they showed yesterday. Okay, I mean last week. Oh, let me get comfortable, y'all. They showed a little scene that they showed last week of her getting off, him saying, hey, I got something to tell you. What? I gotta go to my parole officer at 6. As we all knew, he wasn't gonna say, hey, I'm about to break up with you on national television right here. Megan did say that if he proposed, she would say yes to a jailbird. She says that she wants to go around and look at apartments and look at jobs because She's going to move this relationship along whether he likes it or not. And they're driving, they're in the car. She gives him the wrong directions. They are in a different city. They're in a different city. They are 41 minutes away from their destination, and they have 30 minutes to get there. So he's speeding, he's speeding, he's speeding. I thought that Michael was going to get angry, but I mean, he was angry, but I thought that he was going to like have a temper with her, but he didn't. But you know, them silent niggas is the one that kill you in your sleep. So really, honestly, truly. So they arrive 10 minutes late because you can't change time. They arrive 10 minutes late. He pulls up. He's the one that's driving. Okay. They're waiting outside for him. You can hear the mic. The mic is like, well, you can pick up from the mic. The officers are saying, oh, I saw you driving, you 10 minutes late, blah, 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 blah. They search Megan, they search the car, they search all of this. They tell the producers to turn the camera off, and then Michael is escorted in handcuffs and into the facility. Okay. So in the next scene, his mother and his sister are I guess finding out the news that he has been arrested and he's going to be in jail for 4 months. So the mother doesn't know what he was doing. The sister is like, I don't understand why he's doing this if he wants to get out. But the mother was talking about, you remember all that shit last week? The mother was talking about, oh, you need to break this up with Megan. You need to be a good man. But yet you walked to Megan's hotel room, told Megan that Michael will be in prison for 4 months, and gave her a hug. And then when the cameras was like, bitch, I thought you was gonna slap that hoe in the face. You said, that's not my place. It's clearly your place if you're going to tell the side chick. Anyway. Michael's family meet up. And when I say Michael's family, I mean his wife, his daughter, his mother, and his sister, his family. They are having breakfast. Sarah gives the account that the parole officer gave her. Sarah's like, I mean, things are not adding up. You have a 5-hour window to get your parole. I don't understand. Bro, I don't understand why he said he would pick Megan up from the airport if he knew he had to go to parole. Megan didn't know he wasn't able to drive. Megan doesn't know anything. So really at this moment, it's just like, Megan, he's lying to you about being able to drive. He's lying to you about clearing this shit with his parole officer the last time. He's a liar. Don't you see? Sometimes your lies just hypnotize me. That's exactly what's... Ugh. Anyway, so Sarah's like, I need to figure out what's going on. Something is fishy. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check his phone. I guess, she going to get his phone. And then she's going to find out who Megan is. And then they're going to sit down when she have her 2 braids in and Megan has that ugly wig on. So, 2 episodes left until they show us what? Probably like a 2-minute scene of them meeting, and it's like absolute bullshit. It's probably not going to be anything that is cracked up to be, now that I'm thinking about it. But I think I'm done with this though. Yeah, I'm done with this. And I have to go to work at 10 o'clock, so I get to eat some food since I haven't eaten since like 4 p.m. 4 p.m. I haven't eaten since like 12 o'clock this afternoon. I haven't eaten in 12 hours, okay? Get some food and then go to sleep and wake up at a nice comfortable time and go to work. So I'm happy about that. If you all like this review, you can like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter. You can subscribe to my Patreon. You can subscribe to my mailing list, and you can do anything else. I don't really know what else to do, but you can do it if you want. My name is Brielle. I make beats. I sing songs. My back hurts. If you want to know more, follow along. Bye.